We're talking with Seth Walder, New York Daily News, NFL writer, Jets, and the Giants. And let's bring Seth on for a few minutes here on Big Board Sports, and we appreciate it. Seth, hope you're feeling better, my man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. I am. Appreciate it.
That's good. Hey, I know you wrote a column, and I know what you said. I'll let you sound off here a little bit. But the decision on Monday by Todd Bowles coming out of the weekend, they lose again. Yep, Fitzpatrick played pretty well, threw a couple touchdowns against New England, but they lose again now 3-8. Season clearly, they're not making the playoffs. And then Bowles on Monday announces that he is sticking with Ryan Fitzpatrick for Monday's game against the Indianapolis Colts at MetLife, and I know that did not sit well with you.
Yeah, what's the point, right? Ryan Fitzpatrick's not going to be on this team after 2016. The Jets' season is effectively over, and the one thing that they can do to take advantage of that is actually evaluate their young quarterbacks. They have two of them, Bryce Petty and Christian Hackenberg. They're going to need to get those guys experience at some point, and they need to find out what they have in them. That way, then when they go into the off season, at least they have a little bit more information about what they've got in these two guys. But at this point, them going with Fitzpatrick, it's just wasting time, because it really doesn't matter if they win or lose against the Colts on Monday.
No, irrelevant, because Fitzpatrick is not going to be around. He's in a one-year deal here, and he's not going to be the quarterback next year. So my question to you is, Seth, what is the mindset of Bowles? Why is he not then going to Petty and or Christian Hackenberg?
I think it's stubbornness, in that a coach's mindset is always, I need to win, right? I'm paid to win the game. But it's silly if that's really the reason, because you're not paid to win the game. You're paid to win the Super Bowl, paid to get into the playoffs. And the best way they can do those things is to recognize it's not going to happen in 2016, and to do whatever they can for next season, which is, in my mind, getting these young players some experience. I think there's something to be said. It is possible, of course, that Bowles is looking at the situation, is looking at his job security, or doesn't want to lose the locker room. Those, could be things running through his mind when he decides to start Fitzpatrick. But ultimately, if the franchise is trying to do what's best for itself in the long term, it doesn't make sense to start Fitzpatrick.
Seth, you mentioned the phrase job security with Todd Bowles. That's something that we've been discussing in recent weeks as it pertains to the Jets head coach. Is Todd Bowles' job totally safe, regardless of what happens in these next 5 weeks?
I'm not sure I can say that. I don't know for sure. I would be surprised if Bowles is fired. I would think that, I don't know, if I had to put a number on it, 80, 85%, he's safe. It's tough to get in the mind of Woody Johnson. It all comes down to his mind. I think it would be silly to fire him at this point, but, really it's all depends on Woody.
We're talking with Seth Walder, who also covers the Giants, and they've won 6 in a row. They didn't play great last week in Cleveland, and Seth, I'm sure you agree, they're going to need to play a whole lot better this week going to Pittsburgh. But do you believe in this Giants team? Would you consider them right now, their body of work in a 6-game winning streak, Super Bowl contenders?
No, I wouldn't. I think that there's been a lot of the Giants have been very fortunate. They're fortunate with the games that they've won. They've won a lot of close games. I do not think that this team is in the upper echelon of contenders right now. I think they're going to, certainly likely to make the playoffs, but I think there's a lot of signs that are troubling for this Giants team. The offense probably just isn't good enough, in my mind, to really be a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. What areas really concern you the most about the Giants here?
I think it's the offense. They really can't. They struggle to run the ball, and Eli Manning is at this point in his career, an average quarterback, probably at best, and that just isn't enough. I think they've done tremendous work with the defense, in this off season, where they were able to really revamp things and turn that unit around. But I don't think that's going to be enough to get them all the way.
Are they going to win in Pittsburgh?
I probably will pick against them. I think I haven't really sat down and thought about it yet, but I will probably pick the Steelers.
And then the showdown looms next weekend against the Dallas Cowboys. I think we all kind of agree, right? Best team in football right now, Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh, I don't know. I think New England, you could still make case for them.
That's true, and we have a lot of Patriot fans out there, but something about the Cowboys, the way they got it cranked up right now is pretty impressive. Seth, I appreciate a few minutes. Glad you're feeling better, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you.
Good job there, Seth Walder from the New York Daily News, NFL writer, covers both the Giants and the Jets.